mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. A rivalry for the ages, a game draped in tradition and history.
Well, the Torino derby, Peter, has a special place in the history of Italian football, so prepare yourself for an intense coming together that doesn't have much to do with current form. The atmosphere is electric, as you'd expect. The football is highly charged, so this never really needs much of a spark. It is likely to fly by too, so don't take your eyes off it. I think you'll have to trust me on that.
As you can see, we've already started here. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Locatelli. Simeone wins the duel this time. Adams. I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of inflammatory talk leading up to this. There so often is, and it just stokes it further, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's certainly catered to the entertainment element to all of this, and the unpredictability that we're facing.
No, that is pretty much the end of that. Here's Simeone. Simeone, oh, good spread. And here's Simeone. Danger averted for now. Newgies. Played out to the right. McKennie, he has found a way through. That's pretty clear, it is a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Really well cleared. Can he spark a counter here? And it's Casadei. Moved on forwards. Tries a measured ball. Do have a chance to counter here. Now then, the ball's come loose. He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
But the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
Torino are on the receiving end of some fairly harsh criticism, mainly about the tactical choices made by the boss.
I think it was quite fair, the criticism he received. He was blind to an obvious problem, and he was far too slow in reacting to it. He was never going to get away with that.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Thumps it clear, and it's played forward. Locatelli has been on just about every back page leading up to this transfer window. I wonder if there's anything in the rumours, Jim.
I suspect there is. You can understand the speculation, but as to exactly where he might end up, that's the tricky part. The great thing about this is because of the form he's in, he can pick whatever club he wants.
Great defending, strong and determined. Cambiasso. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Oh, Red, nice interception. And the counter is on. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Yildiz running with the ball. And here's Openda. Now it's David. David! Well read. The danger is averted. Lasic forwards and with intent. That is a great pick out. Adams. Back to the goalkeeper. Cambiasso. Calmly anticipates. Locatelli. Thuram. David! Can he finish? They've scored! The breakthrough strike! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Openda demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
That is a little undercooked. Openda looking to run onto it. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. And it's McKennie. Locatelli. And it's lofted through here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. That's an imaginative pass. Clears it away. That's really well manoeuvred. Bremer, no. Again, there's no way through. Thuram. David. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
That was travelling. Lazaro. Decent chance! Goal! Torino are level. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Oh, there's a probing ball. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And it's Casadei. Out to the right. Vlasic. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Vlasic crosses it in. Lozano. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And they can counter here. And it's Locatelli. Yildiz. That's Yildiz. Takes a shot! It's a goal! Into the lead once more.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Driven forward, Kalulu cuts it out. Aim forwards. Vlasic. Vlasic with the cross. Di Gregorio deals with that, nice and simple. There's the whistle for half-time. Leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that...
That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. And here's McKennie. Cambiasso. Now who's going to be first to this? He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Simeone played into space. Ball's out once more. McKennie. Bremer. Thuram. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. And it's Thuram. Cambiasso gets into some space. Oh, he's played. There's the shot! The keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Up he goes! And that's caused a worry or two.
Openda is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity. Simeone really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Succumbs to the pressure. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Nicely intercepted. David. Cambiasso. Thuram. Simeone looking to add to his goal. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Vlasic shifted upfield. Lobbed in behind. Oh, it's just a little long. Openda being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Yildiz, who does have an assist to his name. Cambiasso does really well to win the ball there. Cuts out the pass. Casadei. And it's Casadei. Now it's Lazaro. That's very neat. Casadei. And he shoots!
It's a loose ball. That's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. He's found a way through. Yildiz. Can he finish? He's missed it.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Di Gregorio sends that a long way. Yildiz played out towards the right wing. Get a throw in. There's going to be another change here. Moved on forwards. That's really well manoeuvred. Bremer makes the interception. It's played forward. Tries to dink it through. Now can he... Real chance! Oh, good spread. Now here's the delivery. Thuram forwards and with intent. The changes then in quick succession. The referee's seen the board and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Thuram. David, he's shifting through the gears here. Yildiz has got himself a free kick. An opportunity then to pull clear here. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Locatelli! Play for a throw. And that's put paid to a promising move. And here's Simeone. Kalulu tries to clip. And the finish! It goes to show he is human after all.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Cambiasso. Done delicately.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Thuram. David! David! Great strike! But the keeper's equal to it! Lazaro is there, and he can get that clear.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Lazaro. He decides to cross it.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Miretti. Just 5 minutes left. I think we're just about done here. And here's Simeone. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Torino with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock. Gets it away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Miretti! No, that wasn't kidding anyone.
Moretti really would relish another crack at that same challenge, I suspect.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Lazaro. Simeone. Di Gregorio heaves a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Great work on the overlap. And time is up. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Well, how will we look back on that? So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva. He's a real box of tricks, Peter, with a super first touch and a really nice, silky smooth dribbling style. He's also got an eye for a telling pass, and he's a more than decent finisher too. What we don't usually comment on is his phenomenal work rate, and that will be a standout for this team over the course, I can assure you.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And he's managed to get free. Turan looking to get on the end of this. And the keeper has it. And here's Turan. Cambiasso picks it up now. And that has been cleared. Haaland. The referee's awarded a free kick. Beretti. Now then, the ball's come loose. That's a throw. And here's Yildiz. Koopmeiners. Shot at goal! Deftly away. Cambiasso. And it's Locatelli. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Reinders. He's had a shot! Di Gregorio. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Aim forwards. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Guardiol. And here's Doku. Guardiol laid out to the left flank. It's a good-looking delivery. Defending of the desperate variety. What's Yildiz? David. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Beretti. Now it's Haaland. Over to the left. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, Red, nice interception. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Guardiol. And here's Bernardo Silva. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And here's Doku. Now it's Doku. Cambiasso. Well positioned here. Goes down, but nothing given. Miretti. That's Yildiz. He's got away. That's a dangerous ball. That was very necessary. Thuram's cross. Gehi gets good distance on it. And he welcomes, takes a shot! Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Koopmeiners. He's in a great position here. Danger averted for now. Locatelli. Now it's David. Can he finish?
David really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Reinders, gently done. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Locatelli. Thuram. Bernardo Silva forwards and with intent. And the finish! In he goes again. Oh, it's gone in! Di Gregorio, some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
And they can counter here. Koopmeiners. Bernardo Silva. And it's Koopmeiners spread out to the left. Thuram has it out wide and in space. Thuram. It's Yildiz. Chance! Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Half-time nearly with us. They will be desperate not to concede here. He's missed, but not by that far. Gehi attempts a clearance. Cambiasso. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Out to the right. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Ooh, delicate chip through. It's a nicely shaped ball. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, shooting chance! He scored! Again in a trice, and they are soaring! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish. And now he has two. So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Crunching tackle. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
And it's half-time here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those two goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
We're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Guardiola. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva looking for a runner. Right, decent chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. That was a given. It always was.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Thinks one through, and he cuts out the supply. And it's Thuram. Now it's David. No way through there. Bernardo Silva. Reinders with the foul. Cambiasso. Tries to get it clear. Locatelli with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Moved on forwards, and it's Bernardo Silva, caresses it through, Reinders, now it's Reinders. And here's Cement, can he finish? Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Beretti.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
That has been cut short. Thuram.
They've been denied a chance to develop.
Could be danger here! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And it's played forward. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Well, they could break here. That's Yildiz. Guardiola.
Really looking to do something that's simple here, Peter, but it has to be effective.
How exactly can they do that?
Well, they're tucking their fullbacks into midfield to enable their more talented personnel to push forward.
Thuram. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. It's a threatening ball.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Ball's played through. And a chance! Minus. Out to the left it goes. Reinders looking to add to his goal. Clearly not happy with that. Bernardo Silva. Semenyo.
Kalulu, well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
That's a nicely weighted pass. Yildiz! Keeper's got his work done.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Up he goes! He will be livid with himself. Savinho providing an outlet on that flank. Header! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
David. Thuram. Minus. Yildiz, made out towards the right wing. Miretti. Nice interception, well timed. Bernardo Silva in acres of space out wide. And here's Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Oh, smashing header! Harmlessly behind. Cambiasso. And it's Minus. Nice looking ball. Yildiz. Minus. And here's Yildiz. And it's Minus. Thuram. David.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Stones gets it clear. And that is out of play. Kalulu wins the duel this time. Almost nothing left on the clock here. Bernardo Silva. That's really well manoeuvred. Semenyo. He's on it. Great chance! Turns and goes back. Oh, they could be caught out here. Here comes the corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Thuram. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Rodri. And it's Ake. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Miretti, delicate ball and it needs to be. He's in plenty of space here. Rodri with the clearance.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Looking here to alter the direction of the game. Locatelli! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop. That has been knocked clear. Cambiasso does really well to win the ball there. Oh, this is a great position. And he's there to get it away. Guidetti. Alex Yildiz. That's a cute ball. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.